What's up guys? My beard is gone. So this video is going to be about the 7 key money principles from the richest man in Babylon. And they call it the 7 cures for a lean purse, but I'm going to try to decipher it. Principle number 1 is start thy fat... What? So quick information about the book. This book is about Arkad. He's known as the richest man in Babylon. He teaches a class to the society of Babylon, explaining to them why they can't keep money in their pocket and why his pockets are full of cottage. Principle number 1 is start thy purse to fattening, which this is like the crux of the entire book, and it starts with paying yourself first. Whether you're in debt or you're balling out, you're gonna still be paying yourself first before you pay anyone else. And if you don't know what pay yourself first means, it's basically save a certain amount before you spend it on anything else. Alright, principle number 2, control thy expenditures. And this one's interesting because it's about avoiding lifestyle inflation and learning to live within your means. One interesting thing about humans is as our income starts to increase, so do our expenses. You know, you've heard the phrase more money, more problems, because a lot of people begin to spend more money when they earn more money. So make sure you avoid that lifestyle inflation. All right, principle number 3 is make thy gold multiply, which means it's time to make smart investments. Your wealth should be more than just your income, because when you let your money work for you, you have the advantage of time and compound interest, to where your money is just gonna flourish. I highly recommend checking out your bank for Roth IRA information and see if you can put some money in there. I know you can't take that money out until you're 59 and a half if you don't want a penalty, but that stuff grows. Principle number 4 is guard thy treasures from loss. The part that I really enjoy from the book about this is where it says, better by far to consult the wisdom of those experienced in handling money for profit. Such advice is freely given for the asking and may readily possess a value equal in gold to the sum thou considerest investing. I enjoy this part too because it's telling you to go seek out help from people who are financially successful. And that's about how when you invest in yourself and learning, it'll come back to you in gold. And that's the 4th principle, and it's super important to just take care of your money and make sure you're not putting it into an extremely risky spot. Even if you're loaning money to a friend that you don't think will pay you back, you have to be very mindful of what you do with it. Principle number 5, make thy dwelling a profitable investment. This one's debatable because he's referring to investing in a home and owning it and not renting, but I think there's benefits to both. So I don't really want to get too far into this, but he just kind of explains how you want to invest in a home because that's going to equal equity for you. When you rent, you don't own that home, so it's not equity. I'd personally rather own a home to rent out to others than to live in it myself because I don't like to be locked down. I'm really into traveling. I like to be on the move. But maybe a couple months from now, I'll look back on this video and be like, what were you thinking? Principle number 6 is ensure a future income. This one really boils down to retirement planning and then owning anything that is continually generating you income as you age. And of course, you know, the more money you have, because you've spent years investing it, is even more money just to keep reinvesting, and it just builds and builds and builds on itself. Maybe you buy a home every 10 years to start renting out to somebody else, so by the time you're older, you've racked up enough generated income to where you can buy a little home for yourself and just live happily while there's other people generating income for you. And the 7th and final principle is increase thy ability to earn. You know, learn something, become more employable, take some classes, create some sort of side income. And my favorite part in the book for that is when Arkad says, desires must be simple and definite. They defeat their own purpose should they be too many, too confusing, or beyond a man's training to accomplish. And a lot of that's like, yeah, you can dream big about being wealthy, but you have to be practical at the same time. Those are the 7 key principles to the richest man in Babylon. You can check the book in the description. I have links to the audiobook and the book. And there's also a link down below for Audible's free trial where you can have 2 audiobooks for free when you sign up for the free trial. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. And if it would mean a ton to me if you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. I will see you guys in the next one.